Hi everyone, happy Tuesday, yay! Oh my lord, is it ever cold here, that's all I'm saying. Hi, it's Sharon from Creating with Sharon. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in downtown Winnipeg. And right now I think it's like minus 20 or, yeah, must be something like that. And it is cold. Just sharing this with my VIP group. And then we can get going. Yeah. So a little chilly. A lot chilly. Who am I kidding? And it's just going to get worse, apparently. Yeah. Do you like my hat? Isn't that cute? Yeah. Picked it up at the dollar store. Thanks, Danielle. I know. You just see what I have stacked up here. I got a hat almost for every day of the week. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just flip around. No Christmas cards today. Sorry about that, but I decided I'm going to move on. Try something different. So here we go. I have a little technique for you that I thought it was so much fun. And this is definitely, this is from my Casing Tuesday. So this is what it was supposed to look like. And this is what it ended up looking like. Yeah, so let us get started. Okay, so with this, I used the Let's Set Sail bundle. So it comes with the stamp set and the punch. What else do I have? I have some Stays On. Yay. I have some blends. And I have some ink. So let's just put this aside for now. And we will, there we go, get started. Oh, and I have some alcohol too. This is the 90% or 99% alcohol. When you're crafting, I suggest the 99% alcohol. The reason being is that it will evaporate quickly and it has no water in it, so it won't warp your vellum paper. And I did have a kit here. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. So, really simple. Oh, and I have my Stampin'UP too. Yay! I'm gonna play with that. I haven't played with that for a while, so it's gonna be nice. So I have a card base that is basic weight, which is a 5.5 by 8.5 fold and scored at 4 1/4. That's gonna be my card base. I have a piece of vellum that is 4 by 5 1/4, and that's basically this piece right here. See how I change everything up? Then I have another strip of vellum that I'm going to do something with that too, and I have scrap papers too. So let's get started. So I'm going to do the alcohol piece first because it'll give me a couple seconds for it to dry. Oh, and I also have a piece of paper towel too, just in case. I'm going to actually use that underneath. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my my markers, my blends. This is a light balmy blue, and then I have some what is this, dark night of navy. And all I'm going to do is, and I have my silicone mat. Now I'm going to put this on here. It's just so I can see where I'm coloring. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my light balmy blue, and all I'm going to do is just color like this. Do a couple spots like this. Now I know I've done these alcohol cards before, but this one's just a little bit different. It's not the same where you take the brush and tap it and it goes everywhere else. This is just a wee bit different. I'm just going to it's sure mighty cold out there. I was going to go out today. I had to do some Christmas shopping, and nope, I wasn't going out. And I'm just filling it in a bit here, a bit there, and nothing too fancy. And then I'm going to bring in the dark of the night of navy, and then just, okay. So that's all done using my blends. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to bring my paper towel in And I'm going to bring, what I did is I put my rubbing alcohol into a spritzer. And these are fairly cheap. I think you get 2 for like $4 or something like that. I can't remember. I have a stack of them, so I just pull them out whenever. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to saturate my piece of vellum. And then I'm going to, alcohol. Then I'm going to take, because there's so much on here, I'm just going to just move it like that. Just to give it a different effect. And then you're going to see it's going to start running. And that's why, oh, I got to get this cornered over here. Just make sure we get it down there first. And it just gives like a flowing effect. See how it's moving? I think that's so pretty. And see how, that's why I have to have my paper towel underneath, because it's going to run off the edges, and then just bring it down. I tell you, this alcohol sure does smell. So I hope you're following me on Facebook there with my Creating with Sharon. I am posting my napkins that I collect, and then I'm also accompanying them with a drink of the season. So I just thought that was fun. Okay, so now I'm done. I'm going to just make sure that all the excess runs off. Now I'm just going to take this, I'm just going to put it to the side for now, because I'm not quite done with my alcohol. And now I'm going to bring in my strip and my silicone mat. And now I'm going to bring in this stamp right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it up with the Balmy Blue. And I'm just going to take it, ink this up, get this out of the way. And you know what, guys? My thing is running everywhere here. I'm just going to, just give me a second, sorry. Just make sure that it runs onto my paper towel. So I'm making this up using just my regular ink from my stamp pad. And I'm going to just take this and I'm going to stamp it about probably just under halfway. I'm going to stamp it and then pull it off. And then I'm not going to ink it up again, and I'm going to just, oops, stamp it there. Ink this up again, but I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it this full strength. Just want just a wee bit lighter. Just like that. Okay, that's all I'm doing with that one. And this is still drying, so I'm going to just grab another piece of paper towel, which is right here. And I'm going to put this onto here. And I'm going to take my alcohol again, and I'm just going to spritz it. Make sure you have the spritzer going the right way. You don't want to spritz it into your iPad, so I can't see it. Just about dry. No, it's not. Look at that. Okay. So now I have a heating tool. And I'm just going to just turn that on just a bit. And all I'm going to do is do a final quick dry on these. There. I think they're dry. Yep. This one might, oh, that one's dry too. Okay. Let's rub my hands together because I'm so cold. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my card base. And I'm going to bring in my silicone mat and an old sponge that I had lying around. And I'm going to bring in my liquid multi-purpose glue. I'm going to put some glue onto my silicone mat. I'm going to turn my vellum piece over and take my sponge and dab it into the multi-purpose glue, and then just stamp the back, or dab the back with my multi-purpose glue. I find when you do it this way, you don't have it doesn't, when you're using running tape and everything like that, you can see it, but when you're using the sponge and doing it the way I did it, oh, I don't know. Now you got to find which way you like to do it. I'm going to do it this way so we can show off that piece right there. So this card reminds me so much of BC. That's where I was raised, and I spent a lot of time down at the ocean or at the marina with the sailboats and everything like that. So I just thought this was appropriate. Okay, so now look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? How that just flows like the water. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with this piece right here. Add some multi-purpose glue. And flip this around. Make sure it's not the ink piece or the ink piece that you did with the alcohol. And then just, I should maybe stamp it on here so I don't have glue everywhere. Now all the dimensions and the products I use will be over on my blog later on tonight. I didn't get a chance to do it too. I was busy doing something else. And I'm just going to just put that there like that. So there we have it. So it looks like there's waves happening in there. Okay, so when you're on the West Coast, you need some birds, right? So we need some, we call them something, but I'm not going to repeat it on TV, on live here. We're going to do get some seagulls. And we're going to ink them up. Because we're stamping on vellum, if you're going to use, because vellum's not a porous product, I suggest you use StazOn. We do sell it, but just in black. And I'm going to just ink up my seagulls, and I'm just going to, and I'm going to watch the line here because I don't want to go over the line and mess it all up. I'll probably do it anyway. So there's one, and then we'll do another flock and sort of set them into each other like that. So there we have the seagulls flying in the sky, and we're done with that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in my Stamparatus, and what I did is I took my punch, I'll never get this same again, and I punched out my punch on a piece of scrap paper. Okay, then I took this piece right here, and then I put it like this, and then I put my stamps inside here. Brought this down, brought the plate down, picked up those stamps, and then I just took this, because I'm doing two different colors, flipped this around, did the exact same thing with the mask of the boat, and I lined it up with this, and then I'm going to stamp that, like I said, a different color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over because it looks like my ink, didn't clean my stamps very well. So I'm using Night of Navy for the sails on the boat. Okay, so here I go, my Night of Navy. I'm using my Stamparatus. So when you're using your Stamparatus, I've seen a lot of people lately not doing this, so I don't know, is I'm going to leverage it using a stamp set. That way it's even all the way across, because if I go like this and I push really, really hard, I could break this, and I don't want to do that because these puppies are expensive. So I'm just going to ink this up with my Night of Navy, and then just flip it over. And we spent a lot of time on the water when we were in BC. It's so nice. So now there's still some that's not perfect, but that's okay. It's a sail, so it does get used. So I'm just going to flip this around, put it down, and I'm going to bring in my soft suede, and that's going to be the mast and the deck of the boat. Just ink that up and flip this over just like that. And just give it a little push down. So I've been looking at some of the products in the new catalog, and oh my gosh, I blew my budget this time, I must say. Okay, so now there we have our image. Now I really hope this works. If not, guess who's fussy cutting? And move that out of the way. And now I'm going to bring in my punch, and I'm just going to have to just trim this out back a bit. I'm going to cut some of this off because I'm going to need it for the sentiment. So I'm going to bring in my mini cutting tool. I'm just going to cut that down just a wee bit. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to slide it in just like this. Now this sure beats fussy cutting. I know some of you don't like fussy cutting. I have no problem with it. I find it kind of relaxing. I find this stressful because I have to line everything up. Okay, so I think I got it. So let's just, oh no, I got to push it down a bit. There we go. And I'll punch it out. And there we go. We have our mast and the boat, and we have our two sails. And I don't like how this one cut out. So guess what I'm doing? Wee bit of fussy cutting. Just gonna trim this around just like that. There we go. Okay. So I don't have enough for my sentiment, so let me just bring in some other paper that I have. Now it says let your dreams set sail. So I'm going to hope it's your best day ever. Maybe we'll use that one just for a different card, right? And yeah, no, looks like it'll work on that. So and I'm going to do this in Night of Navy. I've probably been able to do that. Okay, I'm not going to use this one because I think it will work on this one right here. So just ink this up. And then we'll just stamp this. Just like that. Perfect! Okay, so now I'm going to do a wee bit of fussy cutting, then we'll put everything together. Okay, so I'm just going to just quickly cut this off. This is going to go in the trash. And this is really close, so I have to do two. Okay, and I'm just going to no, I don't like that. Best day ever, I'm going to keep this because I'm just going to trim these all the way around. And I'll just turn this over, bring in my stamp and my ink again, and just try and just get the here's to your best day ever. And perfect. So I'm just going to just trim the bottom off. I'm just going to go around. And so if any of you live in Winnipeg here, just letting you know I have a few extra card kits left for Card Club. Not this week, but next week. If you're interested, just pop me a message and I can give you all the details. It's held at the house here. Yeah, we get together once a month, do some cards. Oh, I need the small ones. Can you believe this? I pulled out everything and they're not the minis. Oh, there we go. Here's the minis. So on this one here, you want to use the mini glue dots. Yeah, so we're doing 3 cards using one of the new products from the new mini catalog, if you're interested. And they're all birthday cards. No more Christmas cards. Shouldn't say that because if I find something I really like and I want to share, I'll probably do that. So just add the minis onto there. Flip your sentiment over. and throw some minis on the back side of that. You might have to trim it back a bit. And then what I'm going to do with this guy, I'm just going to glue that straight down, and then I'm just going to add some glue dots to the back side of the sentiments. Okay. Okay, so now we have the boat and the mast, and we're going to glue this down. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm going to, because I want this flat against the cards, I'm just going to add a little bit of multi-purpose glue. And now I'm going to bring in my sails. So this is the back one. I'm sure they all have names, but I don't know what they are. I'm going to, oops. And up like that. Take this one here. I know it's not a spinnaker because the spinnaker is that really big, huge sail that you pull out. I'm going to put this one, bring it up a wee bit, and add it there. And then I will add the sentiment. Hope your best day ever. Isn't that one goes? So we're going to do best. And day. And I'm not being too fussy about this. I sort of want it messy looking. So if it's out at sea, nothing's not messy, I guess. Excuse me. And best day ever. There we have it. So this one is Let Your Dreams Set Sail. Or on this one here. So this one I did fussy cut. So you can see the difference between the two. This one saved time, that one didn't, but I had lots of time this afternoon to do that. So it's Let Your Dreams Set Sail. I hope it's your best day ever. So that could be good for just about anything that's saying. So that's I thought it was a really cool technique to share with you guys. Sorry, just a little bit different than using the brush. You know, the brush and tap it. And you just take the alcohol and just put it into a spritzer like this, and just give it a couple spritzes, and then move it around, give it some motion, so it, you know, like the sea's never the same color twice. So. Anyway, so I'm thinking that's it for tonight. I want to thank you all for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. I would really appreciate if you liked and shared my video. I would love it. And this will be posted on my YouTube channel, Creating with Sharon. So if you need to see it again, that's where it will be. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for joining me tonight. And if you live in Manitoba or Western Canada, I hope you stay warm, because it's going to be a brutal night tonight. And I think the shelters are going to be packed, which is really sad. Anyway, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks again for joining me. And hope you have a wonderful day, evening. And we'll see you on Thursday, 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, see you later. Bye.